Good morning, everybody. I'm getting my early start. Of course, you could see I was back here watching IAG Farms. If you don't know the channel, go check them out. Really, really good people. Love watching their channel. So I want to walk in through here for a few minutes. Overlook the mess. I have just not been feeling too good. And this is what I woke up to this morning, guys. Isn't that sweet? That's from my oldest boy. I love him to death. Okay, so I will pick you up in the next video walking outside. So stay tuned. All right, guys. So we're outside. I don't know if you can hear it, but the birds are just absolutely singing so beautiful today. And of course, the neighbors are going out, getting ready. I'll walk you over here to the fire pit. This right here, guys, used to be a turtle. When my kids were little, our neighbor, Jack, that lived up here in this big house, he had it sitting on the side of the road. Well, Jack has done passed, and hopefully he's with the Lord. During the flood, it got washed down. So my oldest one went and got it out of the creek. And he said, Mom, he said, I've always wanted that turtle when I was little. He said, I'm going to get it, clean it up, and repaint it. The little foot did break off, but that's the concrete turtle. We got the fire pit cleaned out as good as we could. Over there's the grate. So we just got to get the mess cleaned up there, get it off. And then I moved my little glider underneath the tree. And what I thought about doing here is where it stays so shady, I thought about planting uh, my hostas behind the tree and just have that, and then have the bird feeder hanging off of that little branch there if I can talk my husband into not cutting it. So the birds will have somewhere to eat, and I'll have flowers and hostas, and over through here I'll have tulips and stuff. I got to get the poison ivy out of there first because I'm not digging in that ground with poison ivy. So I'm just going to zoom you around a little bit. Grass needs to be mowed one last time. This little metal thing here, we were going to use it as a brooder box for the chickens. I decided against it because it is metal. It does have insulation in it. And I'm just afraid they'll get too hot or they'll pick the insulation on the sides and stuff. So I'm just going to get a big old tote and put it, put it together and fix them until they get a little bit bigger, until I can get the money together up to build them a good one. Over there's the dogs. They're being a little mouthy today. It is November the 7th, and it is warm as the dickens out here in Virginia. The dogs are going to be barking. We are walking inside the building because we have had some rats to get in there. So we got a rat trap set, and I'm just going to peek around and see if we caught it. Nope. And I'll be dang, what is taking the... Something is in there taking the food off. We've already caught one, but it just took it and left. I don't know what we're going to do. But anyway, we did get this all cleaned out. We came in, we cleaned the walls, we got them all cleaned up, and it looks a lot better in here. We got a place where we can, a place where we can make sure that they're good and, it's good and clean. We decided that we are going to half the space. I was wanting them to have the whole space, but for right now, we decided that what we're going to do is here at the door frame, we're going to build a wall all the way down and half it. That way, my son can park his electric bike in here and store some stuff that we've got underneath the porch, over here. I'm not for sure if I'm going to put a floor down or if I'm just going to leave it dirt. I may somehow put like some plywood down, that way it's off the ground and it won't rot. But as you can see, we did get the walls cleaned. Some of the light bulbs are cleaned. We've just got to get the extension cord, because what we do, we use an extension cord that's hanging over there. It actually comes from the house over and it gives us power out here. So we may leave it that way, or we may do something else. But in the meantime, we did get this cleaned. I'm going to walk you out through here and sorry if you can hear the dogs, they're mad at me. So we did get the fence up, and as I told my son, it may not be perfect, but it's practical. We reused every bit of the materials that we had here at the house. They're all reused. We repurposed everything except for that one little spot over there, and we did have to buy new chicken wire for it. We still haven't got the greenhouse frame moved. Uh, there's just been so much sickness, and you know, our buddies hadn't been able to come over to help us, but we have got it kindly cleaned up and ready to be moved. And we got the fence done, and we are kindly happy. We did get a new latch for it. We had to put the I know it's funny. We did put a board up to help stabilize the posts. I did not concrete these posts in the ground. The reason being is I want this to be as natural for the chickens as possible. I don't want any chemicals in the ground. So the board is what stabilized those at the door. I am going to have to come with some chicken wire and kindly, go across a little bit, probably on the inside because my door does swing outwards. Ouch, that hurt. So it does swing out, and we'll walk you in. And the reason why I didn't cut this here, is because I'm going to find me an owl and put up here. Why do you say an owl? Well, with the chickens being here and it being an open coop, I want something to try to scare the other birds away, not to come in and harass the chickens. And I did hear that if you put an owl. Okay, guys, I'm sorry for that interruption. My other neighbor had stopped by and gave me an update on the neighbor down the road that's got cancer. She's coming home tomorrow. Just keep praying for her because it is stage 4 and she's going to have to go through a lot of treatments to get it done. But as I was getting to, the chicken lot is done. I'm going to put an owl up there on the corner to try to keep other birds from coming in. If not, I do have some bird netting that I could put over top of it. I just don't like catching, I don't want to hurt anything. The concrete, again, I don't want chemicals in the ground. I just want to keep it as natural as I can. We do have the water, extra water storage here. Our plan is with the greenhouse, I am going to have a space in between the chicken lot and here, about right here. I know you can see my shadow where I'm pointing. I am going to have it tilled up from about right here over to, of course, you can see the edge of the spot here. I'm going to have it tilled right here, and then over here is where we are going to put the frame for the greenhouse. So that's the plan. We just need to really get on it and get it done before the weather changes. Like I said, it's November the 17th, or November the 7th. Good Lord, if it was the 17th, I would be in Tennessee with my sisters. It's November the 7th, and the temperature is supposed to be 78 degrees here today. So we have a beautiful day to work, and that's what we're going to be trying to do today is finish cleaning up around the house and try to catch that rat. So I'll catch you all in a little bit.